What's up, guys? I hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for popping into my review for Steven Spielberg's first real theatrical film. It's the Sugarland Express. This is also Steven Spielberg's first collaboration with John Williams, film composer, the composer of most of Steven Spielberg's films, and basically every song you fell asleep to at night. Here we are talking about his first real time that cinema goers really got the taste of a Steven Spielberg movie in cinemas. I think they really got that on television the first time around, but here we're talking about a film that audiences went to see and people sat down in a movie theater to experience this kind of filmmaking. I mean, the way he directs cinematography, the way he directs, it's terrific and it's special. And that came out so strong in his debut with Duel. With this movie, it just continues. And if you're not familiar with the Sugarland Express, well, it's a film starring Goldie Hawn, and she's playing a wife who breaks her husband out of prison. And she also broke out of prison herself. And they want to go and collect their son, who is put in a foster home. Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. So I couldn't really get behind the story, couldn't really get behind, I guess, the plot of the film. But what I could get behind and what kind of grounded it for me was the chief of police. Now he comes in and he's like, look, I don't want anybody dying on my watch. We're going to do this the cleanest way possible. I really respected that. And I liked his moment with the cop at the end of the movie that was driving them around. I liked the cop that was driving them around. That sort of played into the boy or the boyfriend, I guess, how he's sort of befriending him. But at the same time, she Goldie Hawn's character, she corrupts him. He's bad. He's got criminal charges, but she is the one who's worse. And she's taking him over the deep end. This is a movie that is really well directed, of course. Spielberg, he's a great director. I mean, I can say that until I'm blue in the face. He's my favorite director because every time I watch one of his movies, it's like the cinematography, the way he directs the camera, the way he directs the actors, the scenes, the way that just people move through the frame. It's a beautiful thing to experience, at least for me. I mean, Christopher Nolan also has that kind of effect. A lot of directors do, but Spielberg is my favorite. And this movie, look, as a first-time watch, it was good. I think it probably was better when it came out in 73 or 74, whenever it was, because this kind of film and just the style of filmmaking probably really had people scratching their heads in a good way. Like, wow, where has this been? This is new. This is stimulating. And even to watch Sugarland Express, it's still stimulating. But at the same time, the film sort of just gets really slow in the middle of it. Seems like every time they're being chased by the police is when it works the best. But when they evade the police and they're just like sitting in an RV parking lot or some kind of lot next to a drive-in theater, as they're sitting there watching basically, his death unfold before him as he's sitting watching it through the mirror. That was really good stuff. So all of this stuff that's simply for the character building, it just didn't work for me. It might work better for other people, but I couldn't really get behind her because she just feels like too much of a psychopath. And he also felt like a pretty sinister criminal as well. So couldn't really get behind these two. I liked the cops. The cops were the best part of the film, especially, like I said, the chief. John Williams' score is subtle, but it's great. It's the first time they ever worked together. It's a beautiful thing. So yeah, Sugarland Express is one of my favorite Spielberg films. No, but is it a bad film? No, it's a good film, and it's a very well-directed film, and that's what we're talking about here, leading up to Jaws, the 50th anniversary re-release, which I'm going to be talking about Thursday night. But my rating for the Sugarland Express is 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think it's a good film. I think it's a better directed film. Spielberg continues to prove that he's the man. And guess what? Before his next film comes out next summer, I plan to fill the gap. So, guys, don't forget to come on back to the channel for the review for Jaws. Check out my review for Duel, which I did just a few days ago, leading up to this. So, check that out. Also, come on back Saturday for my review for the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. And, guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and or X at Ranking72 and Instagram at KingOfRises131. That's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching my review for Steven Spielberg's The Sugarland Express. And until next time, over and out.